What happens when a fearless, authentic woman navigates love while transforming from stripper to reality star to the most disruptive force in hip hop? When someone who built her brand on unfiltered honesty must balance vulnerability with self protection in relationships unfolding under relentless scrutiny. Cardi B's relationship evolution represents one of the most fascinating journeys in modern celebrity, a progression from private struggles to public romance to marriage that has weathered infidelity, separation, and reconciliation in full view of the world. From her early relationships in the Bronx to a tumultuous partnership with Offset, each chapter reveals profound truths about our approach to love, evolves as our relationship with power, authenticity, and self-worth transforms. What makes her relationship journey truly exceptional isn't just its public documentation, but the revolutionary authenticity she brought to discussions of love, sex, loyalty, and self-respect. As we explore her evolution today, I'll uncover 3 counterintuitive truths about modern relationships that will transform how you understand not just her story, but the complex dance between vulnerability and strength in your own connections. These insights contradict conventional wisdom, but are supported by both relationship psychology and the lived experience of women navigating love amid dramatic life transformation. Stay with me as I reveal these relationship principles that Cardi's journey illuminates, principles that could revolutionize your understanding of how power dynamics, public scrutiny, and personal growth reshape our approach to partnership. Just to note, if you enjoy this deep dive into celebrity relationship evolution, check out my 24-hour live stream channels for more content exploring both singles journeys and relationship dynamics. As a subscriber, you can join the conversation, share your perspectives, and connect with others fascinated by these same topics. Subscribe now and become part of our growing community. What does it mean to maintain authentic connection while navigating a meteoric rise to fame? To balance vulnerability with self-protection when your relationship becomes public entertainment. Cardi B's relationship evolution spans from her early life in the Bronx, through her transformation from stripper to social media personality to reality star to rap superstar. Throughout this journey, her approach to love has undergone fascinating transformations that parallel her rise to power and cultural influence. I've analyzed the complete arc of her relationship history alongside her career evolution, discovering something remarkable. Her approach to love has transformed in ways that directly reflect her changing relationship with power, self-worth, and public identity. This parallel evolution reveals profound truths about how women's relationship choices often reflect their current stage of empowerment and self-determination. Think about your own relationship history. Can you recognize how your approach to relationships has evolved as your personal power and self-understanding have developed? The patterns in Cardi's journey might illuminate your own. Which leads us on to our first truth: early relationships and survival strategies. Our earliest relationships often reflect our survival strategies and unconscious beliefs about value and options in the world. Cardi has spoken candidly about her early relationships, including experiences with men who offered financial support during her time as a stripper, as well as relationships marked by financial exploitation and emotional manipulation. These early connections formed during her struggle for economic survival and preceded her rise to fame and financial independence. What makes these foundations significant is how they reflect what psychologists call adaptive relationship strategies, connections formed within the constraints of limited options and immediate needs. These early relationships occurred within power structures where Cardi's economic vulnerability created imbalanced dynamics, establishing patterns she would later consciously reject as her personal power grew. These early connections reveal how our initial relationship patterns often develop not from free choice, but from navigating systems of power and survival. As Cardi's economic independence grew through her work as a stripper and later her social media presence, her increasing self-sufficiency began shifting her relationship expectations and boundaries. Consider your own early relationships. How might they have reflected your economic realities and survival strategies rather than your authentic desires? What patterns established then have you had to consciously unlearn as your options expanded? Truth 2. Rise in fame, change in standards, and meet an offset. As our personal power increases, our relationship standards evolve to reflect our expanded sense of worth and options, creating tension with established patterns. Cardi's increasingly visibility through the social media and her role on Love and Hip Hop New York coincided with a transformation in her relationship expectations. This evolution culminated in meeting Offset in 2016, beginning a connection that would become her most significant and public relationship. Their early dynamic unfolded during her transformation or transition from reality television to mainstream music success with Bodak Yellow. This period demonstrates what relationship psychologists call identity congruent partner selection, choosing relationships that reflect our emerging sense of self during periods of rapid personal transformation. Their connection formed as Cardi was establishing herself as a legitimate music artist, suggesting a partnership that aligned with her evolving identity and industry position. What makes this phase significant is how it reveals the complex recalibration of relationship standards that occurs during rapid increases in personal power and options. While Cardi's growing success expanded her relationship possibilities, she was simultaneously navigating the challenge of determining authentic connection amid new identity dynamics and ulterior motives. In your own experience, how have changes in your personal power or social position affected your relationship expectations? Have you ever struggled to trust others' intentions during periods of significant personal achievement? Truth 3. Marriage, motherhood, and navigating infidelity. Our response to relationship challenges often reveals the tension between our public values and private compromises, forcing us to reconcile idolized standards with complex realities. Cardi and Offset's secret marriage in September 2017, followed by the birth of their daughter in 2018 and their son in 2021, represented a new phase in her approach to partnership. This period was marked by public infidelity scandals, temporary separations, and reconciliations, all unfolding amidst Cardi's emergence as one of music's most powerful voices. What makes this relationship phase remarkable is how it highlights the complex negotiation between public values and private choices. Cardi, known for her unapologetic advocacy of female empowerment, faced criticism for remaining in a relationship with documented infidelity. This tension reflects what psychologists call value-behavior discrepancy, the gap between our stated ideals and our complex emotional realities. Their journey together reveals something profound about the evolution of commitment through crisis. Rather than adhering to simplistic narratives of immediate relationship termination following betrayal, Cardi has spoken about the complex emotional, familial, and personal factors that informed her decisions to separate and reconcile. This nuanced approach reflects what relationship researchers identify as post-crisis relationship evolution, the capacity for partnerships to transform rather than simply survive or terminate following significant breaches. In your own life, have you experienced the tensions between your public value and private choices in relationships? How have you navigated the gap between idolized standards and complex emotional realities? Cardi B's relationship evolution offers far more than celebrity fascination. It provides a powerful lens for understanding how women's approach to love often transforms alongside their relationship with power, authenticity, and self-determination. From her early survival-orientated connections through her complex marriage to Offset, each phase reveals how our capacity for healthy partnership often develops in parallel with our personal empowerment. Her journey demonstrates that relationship patterns reflect our current relationship with ourselves and our options. The progression from her early relationships to her current approach reveals that our capacity for authenticity or authentic partnership often evolves alongside our economic independence, cultural power, and freedom from external judgment. If this explanation resonated with you, please hit that like and subscribe button. And also remember that your relationship history isn't just a series of connections with others, but a chronicle of your evolving relationship with yourself and your power. Consider how your own approach to partnership has transformed alongside your personal empowerment, and what that might reveal about your capacity for both vulnerability, strength, moving forward. Stay beautiful, stay connected, and stay conscious in the field.